And we're live. Welcome to improv.com. Oh, let me put that up on the on the board there.
You
There
do
it
it.
is. Improv.com, where we perform long form improv on the internet using Google Hangouts and video chat. We are the Curious Comedy Players from check it out right there. I'm so link savvy today.
Nice.
CuriousComedy.org in Portland, Oregon. And tonight with us we have, let's just go down the line. We've got Alex Gavlik,
Hey,
who are you back out in Chicago now?
I am. I'm in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Alex
Freezing my ass off.
is one of our performers, but has gone on. He's in college, finishing up college, and he's out in Chicago living the improv life.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
college.
It's living the dream.
All right, and we've got Bill McKinley,
Oh,
one of our main stage players, and our musical improvisers, and
yeah. Had a fun and angry scene about Boston last night.
oh yes, I walked in. That was the only scene I saw of that show. Pretty great. And here's what's great about that is earlier in the day we were having a teachers meeting for Curious, and then Stacy was talking about we were talking about like boundaries and like working blue and things like that, and she was talking about her thoughts about poop scenes and things like that, which and she talked about how like she doesn't love to go there, but there are times when it works, and when it's like you're drawn there, and then that was the entire scene. Later in the night in the random acts, we did another scene that involved sitting on a toilet and someone shitting and someone else feeding them mints. It was hilarious and
Nice.
yeah. So poop and comedy. I should write that book instead of truth and comedy. It's poop and comedy. Write that down. All right. Well, let's try to get us started here. I put out a question. Well, I don't know if anyone's going to answer it, but I said, "What is the craziest thing you've ever done?" I've got to let's see here. Let's see here. Let me read. Let me screen this one.
Please do.
Okay. Well, here we go. So this one it was from an anonymous donor. It says, when I was little, I used to play with pots a lot, like bang them together and stuff, right? Okay, so one day my brother's hamster was out of his cage, so little 2-year-old me was like, oh, I should play with it. So how do I play with it? I smash the two pots on its... smash it. That's fucking how. This guy writes. This person writes like they talk. So the last line is, "I smashed the two pots on it." That's fucking how. Alright. I think that's what we'll start with.
Great.
So, do you know why you're in my office today?
I have a pretty good idea. I'm willing to guess it doesn't have to do with anything at lunch today.
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's going to be so after lunch is
It's what happened after lunch.
yeah. Okay. So we're narrowing in the timeline. I'm gonna take a shot that you're focusing in on the hallway after lunch on the train.
I am focusing in on the hallway after lunch. Which is why there's a crying woman in my office right now.
I'm sorry. Keep going. I don't want to interrupt.
It's okay.
So we're focusing in just so I'm clear. I just want to be nice and clear on this. We're focusing specifically on Susan here and me and Susan's interaction that occurred in the hallway right after lunch.
Yes, we are focusing very directly on the interaction between you and Susan in the hallway after lunch.
Okay. So it has nothing to do with the knife in my locker.
What?
I was not aware of the knife in your locker.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to have to handle that at a separate time possibly adjacent to this, but this is about what happened between you and Susan in the hallway.
Okay, so it's not...
And for the record, you can't call her Susan. She's Mrs. Anderson.
Okay.
She's a teacher.
And you can't call me a hamster. I'm not a hamster. I don't look like a hamster.
Sorry, Susan.
Look, I don't know what kind of game you're pulling here, but just because your father is the superintendent does not mean I can't come down like a ton of bricks on you.
Yeah.
You get him.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, Susan's boss's boss and your boss. And now, I'm going to keep my knife, so I'm going to keep my knife, and I'm going to leave it at that. And you know what?
No, you're not keeping the knife. You're not keeping the knife.
Well, maybe you need to weapon up then.
Is he threatening us? This wasn't even about the knives. This is about your disrespect and your insulting my appearance.
Susie.
Mrs. Anderson.
Mrs. Anderson.
Mrs. A. Listen, I wouldn't have done it unless, I'm just trying to act tough and get the other kids in school to look up to me.
Well, you did, and all the kids are now chanting, Mrs. Anderson's a hamster. Mrs. Anderson's a hamster.
No, stop that.
It's got a ring to it.
It's very short and snappy, I will say that.
Okay.
But why don't you use your creative talents for something, I don't know, more school appropriate, rather than bring knives to school and threatening kids for their lunch money.
Guess what school appropriate? Lame people are. My dad is lame. You are lame. Susan is lame.
Mrs. Anderson.
Susan, I'll handle this.
Okay.
Look. Just because you think school is lame, there's a lot of things in life that are lame that you just have to go through.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And you just have to, sometimes you just have to suck it up because you have things that depend on you. You have people who say, I would like to go back to school, and you need to keep working to support that. And by the way, our son needs braces, and that's when you have to man up and say, you know what? I'm going to be the best damn principal I can be. You're laughing. Why are you laughing at me?
When you get angry, you look like a hamster too.
You see?
You got this little tiny hamster face with like whiskers, and you look exactly like a hamster right now.
Fine. I look like a hamster. Fine. You're still suspended for a week.
Oh, fuck. All right. Yeah, I figured that was coming.
All right.
We cut to what this guy does for a week while he's suspended.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm looking to get a new knife.
Oh, you want a knife?
Yeah, I figured I would try here before going to the Crate and Barrel across the street.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go to Crate and Barrel. They'll rip you off. Their knives are shit.
Yeah. Well, you got anything pointy?
Pointy's my middle name. Yeah, I got tons of pointy stuff in it. Check it out. All right.
Shit, man. You keep it kind of close to your chest, don't you think?
Oh, I always play it close to the chest. That's my middle name.
You ever stab yourself while closing your coat?
Hell no. I am a professional. I've only done that one time.
Okay. So yeah, I like that long one. That long one.
Oh yeah. Now here's the thing about this long one. It's gonna make you feel it, because when you dig that into someone, and you gotta keep going all the way to the hilt. So you're gonna feel all sorts of insides.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever actually used a knife before?
Oh yeah, using knives Using knives is my middle name.
Okay. So, like, yeah, tell me a little bit more about a time you used a knife, because it sounds very vague right now.
Wait a minute. You wearing a wire?
No,
Are you the popo?
Hey, I'm just a 15-year-old kid hanging out on the streets.
You might be 15 years old, but I'm still gonna have to pat you down. I'm just gonna have to get in all these different crevices, make sure there's nothing in there.
Hey, man. Literally, you just touched my chest for 20 seconds.
Going down low now. Going down low.
All right. Okay. All right. Yep.
Good. That one's okay. All right.
Yep. Those are my kneecaps.
I think you're clear. I don't remember exactly what a 15-year-old's anatomy feels like, but I don't think anything in there was a wire.
Okay, so you stabbed this person and
yeah. It wasn't it was this guy. His name was Jed. All right. Let me tell you about Jed. Jed was a real good guy. But I got paid a lot of money to take Jed out from his wife. His wife wanted the life insurance. So I went up to Jed. Jed was just getting his morning coffee at his favorite coffee stand.
Good morning. Isn't it a beautiful God-given day? This coffee is tremendous. How can I help you, friend I haven't met yet?
Oh, yeah, just, let me ask you something.
Why, certainly.
Will you just let me, I just want to run a test right here. I want to see what this feels like.
Okay. What feels... Oh, gosh. Oh, I think that hurts. That really... Oh!
And
God, that's an organ. That's
twist.
An organ, right? Oh, why on earth would you do that to someone? Come on! Come on!
All right. You never saw me. I wasn't here.
Yeah, I'll take that knife then.
All right. There you go.
Fantastic. Thank you. Wow.
Use it well.
Oh, I will. I got some revenge to get.
All right, then. Cut to him getting revenge.
All right. So we had this discussion about the knife. The knife before. So now you've brought a longer knife, so that means you're going to get a longer suspension. So
okay. All right.
Let's say 14.
You know what? I put a picture of your face up in my bedroom. And at night I do crunches, and I look at your face, and I think about all the crazy things I'm going to do to your face with this knife right here.
Oh, thank God. Oh,
Thank God. Cut back to him doing crunches for a bit.
Looking at that face. Oh, things I'm going to put in that mouth. Oh, he's not going to know what hit him.
Okay, return to that scene.
Why
we've had a lot of lawsuits. I mean, it's perfectly natural for a young man your age to have feelings, especially if you're inclined towards male authority figures. If you're having that sort of feeling, but it's inappropriate. I mean, you're 15. Mm-hmm. I'm 39 and married.
I got a lot of strong feelings.
And I understand that, but we can't act on these feelings. You understand? We have to keep things on a principal to student level.
Oh, I want to be much more than your student.
I understand. I'm gonna hold your hands here. I'm just gonna hold you, and I'm gonna look at you straight in the eyes and say,
"Oh, I want to look at you in the face."
I don't feel the same way about you. and it's inappropriate. But I mean, there's a lot of young men your age who would be very interested in someone like you. We have a gay straight alliance. I'm sure if you join them, there's a lot of young men who would be very interested. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a lot of options for you.
Who? What? What are you? What? Me?
Look, you said you did crunches, and you looked at my face, and I assumed that
No, oh man.
this was some sort of weird lust thing, maybe a crush from a student, and I want you to know that that's perfectly normal and appropriate for someone your age, but you should find someone your own age.
They call me Straight Steve for a reason. It's because I love girls.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Really?
And this is a huge misunderstanding.
No, I think you're overcompensating at this point, Steve.
Overcompensating? Do you see how big my knife is? Would a guy with a knife this big be overcompensating for something?
Yes. Someone with a knife that big would definitely be overcompensating to try to prove how masculine you are.
Man,
but you don't have to do that. This office is a safe space.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put the knife down. Okay.
Please, thank you. Put the knife down. Do you want to come in for a hug, Steve?
I'm gonna tell you before I hug you.
Sure. Please do.
I do have something going on in my pants right now.
Okay.
All right, now I'm coming in to hug you.
Okay. I'm gonna move my hips a little bit farther away, and thankfully there's a desk between us, and that's good.
I don't think the desk will protect this one.
Oh, I don't think.
Yeah, it worked its way through the desk.
Oh dear. The people at IKEA told me that was thicker than it was.
Can I just? Oh my God, this feels so good.
I'm gonna use a handkerchief that's in my pocket right now. Just gonna reach for it. Oh, kids. And no. There, just let it drip down. Let it drip down, and once you're done with it, it'll kind of go back into its sheath, so to speak. And
can I smoke in here?
No. Smoking's strictly forbidden, even if you're.
We cut to Mrs. Anderson's office or her classroom. She's on a treadmill running, and she's drinking water out of a water bottle that she's rigged up. That's just like right above her mouth.
You have to admit, you look kind of like a hamster when you're like that.
What the hell? What is up with everyone in this school?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not saying Steve has a point, but I mean,
you talking about Straight Steve?
Well, yeah, Straight Steve. Yeah, I was talking to Straight Steve, and I think I confiscated the knife. The long.
Oh, he had a longer one? Oh my God.
He had a longer one.
Oh my God.
And we had a good discussion about why I think he might be overcompensating, because like many students have in the past and probably will in the future, he had a crush on his dashing yet unavailable principal, and we had a discussion.
We have another principal?
I meant me, Susan.
Oh, sorry. Yes, right. Yes, dashing and unavailable. Or available, yes.
Unavailable.
Unavailable. I'm sorry.
I mean, Candace and I are still happily married.
How is Candace?
Candace is good. Candace is good. Culinary school is going okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I've derailed. What you were talking about, Straight Steve, and you guys came to an agreement?
Cut to this scene, this conversation taking place exactly as is, but you are now having dinner, And Mrs. Anderson, of course, doesn't have any silverware as she eats from the bowl in front of her.
So, Straight Steve said, what exactly?
Oh, are those pellets? I mean, those are.
I'm on a new diet. I have
Okay.
digestion issues. If I eat anything that's too big, I can't excrete it. So it's just a.
Oh, I understand. But he mentioned that he would do crunches in his bedroom, and he had a picture of me on the wall, and when he was doing those crunches, he would look directly at my picture and all the things he wanted to do to my face. Which, I mean, it's a little vulgar, but he's 15. He has urges. But we started talking about that, and I mean, I suggested a redirection of his feelings, that there were maybe some young men in the Gay Straight Alliance who would be more his age, more into that. I mean, we've had so many lawsuits about kids and the adults having relationships that I was glad to redirect that.
So wait, Straight Steve is an ironic nickname?
It's an overcompensatory nickname.
Oh, overcompensatory.
Yeah, that's why he had the longer knife. Do you want me to grab your wood stick? Do you want that?
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the orange one that's shaped like a carrot, right?
Right.
Yeah. But so we had a discussion about that, and gosh, I don't know. I mean, I remember how confused I was when I was his age, just full of hormones and rage. And, I mean, it happens, you know. So I confiscated the knife and I sent him on his way, and I think we hugged. I mean, he had some emissions in his pants. It actually went.
Oh my God!
Well, it went through through the desk.
Oh my God!
Yeah. It's that powerful, I guess. I mean, I remember what I was like when it was his age. I mean, when I was 15, it could get extremely firm and just poke its way through anything, and when you get old, things happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm uncomfortable.
Susan, I'm sorry. I just thought that because we're colleagues, we could have this discussion. I didn't mean to offend you, but I don't think he'll be an issue anymore, is what I'm saying.
What happened after the whole desk thing?
Well, I just meant that I thought I'd come to an understanding with him. I don't know that anything necessarily has happened.
What that happened, and then
that happened.
What is your situation now? What's next for you two?
I don't know. I don't think there is a next. I thought we came to an.
I mean, he, a week ago he was trying to kill you, or no, just today he was trying to kill you, and then he came through your desk, and so there you can't just say he's not just going to walk away from that situation. Something has to give.
Cut back to principal's office. I'm back.
Steve, I know you're acting out. You're trying to get attention. You're trying to get me to notice you, and I told you we can't be together. I'm married to a woman, and and I'm also older. This is terribly inappropriate. I look. If you think you're the first one to ever have a crush on your principal, I mean, you're sadly mistaken. And there's been lots of students who find me, listening and available and attractive and have that emotional connection. But I'm with my wife. Let me show you a picture of her.
No. Hey,
While they're talking, Mrs. Anderson rolls by in a big plastic ball, clear ball.
if you think I filled up Mrs. Anderson's classroom with wood chips because I hate Mrs. Anderson, you're completely wrong. I did it to get your attention.
Mm-hmm. And it did, and you're acting out, and it's. I mean, that's a lot of wood chips. That's a lot of trees that you took down. What are you doing? Seriously.
Do you know how many bags of just mulch and tiny bark dust I had to go buy at Home Depot? It was so much, and I
bet it was at least 20. I bet it was at least 20.
And they weighed so much, so I had to push them up, and I was getting my arms real ripped.
Your arms are ripped. Your biceps, your triceps, your delts. Your core is looking amazing.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you for saying that.
What, you think I haven't noticed that you've been working out? Of course you've been working out.
I'm not the only one in this room that's been working out, let's be honest.
Well, I have been doing hot yoga. Been trying to eat right. Meatless Mondays, that sort of thing. Just gotta watch yourself when you're getting up in years.
Looking fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a picture of me at the beach. I was surfing.
Oh, awesome. Hey, just you?
Oh yeah, just me and some of the dudes from my surf club. We're just kind of having bro time together. Just the five of us, just men, just hanging it out.
Yeah.
On the beach, surfing, tanning, boiling each other up.
Oh my gosh. I've always wanted to surf, but my dad says people who educate shouldn't surf. We're not a surfing family.
Well,
but I think it's cool that you think you can educate and surf.
Say, you know what? We're having another surf event on Sunday. Just a bunch of the guys. We're just gonna bro out, and just get on our trunks. And just have towel fights and everything, and we're just gonna get out there and surf. You don't think your dad would let you join us, do you?
I'll join whether my dad wants me to or not.
We cut to the surf event, and the principal is out in the water and on his board, and suddenly a shark fin appears, and everybody scatters, and nobody can see. All of a sudden, up pops from the water is the knife salesman. Hey, guess what?
What?
Straight Steve says hello. And that's our show. Oh man, that one scene, that desk scene, had me laughing so loud in here that I had it muted. And I kept thinking I should edit this, but then I was like, it kept getting funnier, and I was like, I can't.
Oh my god.
Oh.
IKEA furniture.
IKEA furniture.
That scene I might have to try to make a clip of that scene. Oh man. I should say that we are on E-MPROV.com. The show is hosted by them. If you go to e-mprov.com. Earlier tonight, you could have seen, actually it was this morning, the International Incident, a group that has, what looks like, is that more? Yeah, Morgan Phillips, who's a 20-year veteran of improv. He's actually doing a really cool project right now called 1,000 Scenes, and it's for his 20 to kind of celebrate having performed for 20 years. So he's finding improvisers from all over the world and doing improv shows, or just one scene. So I did one scene with him last week.
Wow.
He's going to put them all together. They're not going to all make sense, but yeah. So if you two want to do that, you can find him on Facebook, and he needs a lot more improvisers.
Cool.
Starting to do 1,000 in a year. So check out that. Check out improv.com. And if you're in Portland, check out the Curious Comedy Theater. You can come out to where we have shows every week, and we've got improv jams on Thursdays called Open Court. Yeah. You guys want to plug anything? What do you got going on in Chicago, Alex?
Yeah, I've got a couple shows coming up, but I think for the most part, just if you're in Portland, go to Curious Comedy.
Cool. Bill, anything you want to say?
I'll be appearing with Gazpacho at Kickstand on Tuesday, and I'll be with Comedy Grab Bag in Olympia, Washington, at the Midnight Sun Theater on Friday, and at the Pocket Theater in Seattle on Saturdays. So
nice.
Get your tickets to all those events. So.
Yeah, Kickstand is a new space in Portland. We're calling it a comedy gym. They kind of are performing or doing shows on the off nights, like the Monday through Thursday. I was at the jam this Tuesday. It was a lot of fun.
Such a great place, and exactly what like Portland needs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of comedy weightlifting going on over there. Yep. All right. Well, I guess I will. We'll stop it there. Everyone say goodbye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.